Hey guys, yo, there was a slowdown there. There was a slowdown in the video. I think there was a slowdown in points as well. How's it, Suj?
Okay, man. I
Back with
just
another
left one.
episode today, and yeah, how was the weekend?
Yeah, I'm just left wondering why, oh why, like millions of managers did I put Pookie on the bench?
Oh my word, yeah, this was definitely a week for bad decisions, including people bringing in their wonderful Kevin De Bruyne after we punted him so hard. I don't know why they make such bad decisions. They shouldn't. They shouldn't. But yeah, look, I mean, this week was I think quite a few of the top players also didn't underperformed, and there's a couple of trends that are starting to arise that I think a lot of people are going to start playing their wild cards now. And I don't know if you're going to agree with me or not, but I think the trend is it looks like it's the frontliners that are basically the forwards are the ones who are bringing in the points.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's go to what lessons we learned from last week because
Before
that's
you go
definitely
on there,
important
what's
things.
with Pep and Klopp holding each other there?
Oh, I
Friends
think it's Pep is
now.
like Pep's like, hey, how's my breath?
And Klopp like, I'm not gonna say.
But yeah, or maybe he's swearing at, or he's saying like, do you think I should put De Bruyne on the bench? Yeah, stupid boy, stupid boy. Anyway, the lessons learned. So, Pookie, yeah, you mentioned him already. I mean, is he now fixture proof, or I mean, he's looking the part.
That's a question now. I mean, he got 12 points in this game, and that's his third double figure haul for the season so far. And 49 points is ahead of Aguero. So I would say, yeah,
Yeah, I
fixture
mean, it's
proof.
it's, it's quite unexpected, I must say. Um, I don't know if we like should any team be without him now at this point in time.
It's good value at 7 or 7.1 at least, or 7.2. It's going to be at the end of this week.
Is he this season's Michu?
Maybe more Mitrovic. Let's see. Let the 10 game weeks go past and then we'll see what's going on. But
Ah,
they're playing
okay,
very well. I must say, I watched that game and they impressed me a lot in that game.
okay, and then going on from there, we've got we've mentioned we haven't mentioned Tammy Abrams yet, but I'm sure we'll talk about him a little bit later. But clearly, this man is passed the acid test. You know,
Yeah.
Liverpool, Wolves. He's got some talent.
Yeah, look, I mean, it was a good hat trick, but I mean, it did score own goal also. But I mean, 600,000 people brought him in. They were duly rewarded.
Yeah, for
Plus, he made
sure.
a bit of history in this game. Yeah. Uh, He emulated a feat achieved by Cristiano and Dele Alli only, where he became the third player aged 21 or younger in the Premier League history to score at least two goals in three consecutive appearances.
Wow.
Not bad, not bad.
Yeah, that's yeah. And I mean, but sorry, I had to go back to Pookie again. You talk about Abrams, yeah, but Pookie has gone past. He's gone past Liverpool, Chelsea, and City, and he's still the top scorer. This is just very weird.
Oh,
So
yeah.
strong
Good
begin, strong
for.
begin. Yeah. So let's move on to our captain picks for Game Week 6. So we've got we've swapped out a couple of players here. Like I'm shocked to see Salah's off the usual suspect list, even though he has been scoring. Thankfully, I got
Yeah,
my captain points from him. But Abrams, we've replaced Salah with Abrams and Mane. What do you have
yeah.
on Mane? I mean,
Look,
Salah has still outscored Mane so far.
no, Mane's outscored Salah in three of the last four matches that they started together. And he got
Oh,
15
okay.
points in the last game.
Oh,
I
okay.
just, I
You're
just
talking in
feel he's
terms
more
of
value.
goals.
I just feel he's more value for money. This guy, he's cheaper. He's more on form than Salah. He seems more hungrier than Salah. Well, Salah just seems greedy for me. So I don't know. Maybe I think Mane would outscore him this season.
Look, I think you took him on outscoring in terms of goals, right? Because in
Yeah.
points, I'm sure Salah's still ahead. Um,
No, Salah's 800 points. Yes.
okay. So yeah, look, I mean, you're totally right. I think the 1 million extra does make a big difference, but I'm still a little hesitant. I mean, like, look, again, if you have Salah, I guess stick with him.
Yeah.
But if you have Mane, also stick with him. My only caveat to that scenario is that Salah, I think, has the set pieces and the penalties. So that's something, to consider.
Yeah.
And but I will take your point if the next point you're gonna bring up, especially when we talk about Aguero, is Champions League. If that's not gonna affect Salah more than it will Mane.
Yeah, look, it is the first game, so I mean, there's still long to go, way to go in the Champions League, irrespective of what happens in their first game. But they are traveling to Italy, which
Yeah.
will punt to them a bit. But I mean, they're playing Chelsea, and if you look closely at Chelsea, they actually have kept no clean sheets, and they have the second most goals allowed in the league. So they're not very defensively sound. While Tammy and Mount is doing their things, the defense is doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah, agreed. But in the Champions League, what happened to Liverpool? I haven't been watching the Champions League games. I've been
They
ill
lost 2
recently.
0 They lost 2-0 against Napoli.
Oh, they lost 2-0. Jeez. And and what about City? Did they also lose?
City won, I think 3-0.
Okay.
Jermaine started, he got an assist. Sterling got nothing. Guerrero didn't play.
That's a big
Yeah,
important point.
Silva also didn't play. So, but it was still a strong enough team to win away at Shakhtar 3-0.
Okay. So Aguero, I mean, do we really have to say much? They got
Yeah.
great fixture coming up.
Look, it could be any Man City player there. I just think he seems to be the one that's on the most form out of all of them.
Oh, for
Even though
sure.
they're all scoring points and everything, he's just outperforming Sterling at the moment.
Yeah, actually, if you look at the most people's teams, it's a likely combination of Salah and Sterling.
Yeah.
But if you had Aguero and a certain other striker that we will mention later, you'd be outscoring them by at least 6-7 points. And
Yeah.
that's just a hint to who we're gonna bring up next.
Look, you have to have a combination of these players. There's no way you can have all these players. I tried to play a fake wild card,
Yeah,
and you just can't get everyone. It's just that you can't, it's difficult to break away from the core of what's going on at the moment.
yeah.
It's Sterling, Aguero. What do you do without Sterling, Aguero, or De Bruyne? If you had to choose two from there, which two would it be?
Hint, do without the Liverpool and City defense. Because, as much as people will malign United, we haven't actually been letting them in. Like, yes, we've been letting one goal, but somehow it's just like one stupid mistake and that's what's going in. I think we actually look more solid in defense than City and them do, which is weird.
I mean, of the commentators in every single Premier League game that you watch, inevitably it always comes back to something about United.
Yeah. And moving on to our form players. So we've mentioned Pookie, but I'm happy to see Wilson and I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name. What? Buendia, yes. I might have expected Cantwell, but what do we have on Buendia?
Well, Buendia, he's the first. He also did a bit of a record on the weekend where he's the first midfielder to assist as many as 4 goals in the first 5 games since Hazard in 2012.
Wow.
That's a good thing, a good person to be associated with. I mean, if you're playing. Plus, Alan Shearer after the game had only good things to say about this. So even Pookie himself, when he had an interview, he said, I may have scored a goal, but when he was the one who did everything today, he was the most brilliant individual display in the whole game.
Yeah, so, I mean, I remember watching the highlights and some of the tackles he made were, he gets the ball off them and he moves forward. I'm almost thinking, like, are United looking at this guy? Like, we was watching him for the rest of the season?
9 recoveries and 4 tackles. I mean, that's for a midfielder that still went on to get it. I think assisted a goal or something.
Yeah, and we're so desperate for a box-to-box midfielder that, yeah. But I mean, look, out of those, if you had to pick a captain there?
For this week, I'd go with Pookie. It's difficult not to go with him, but Wilson is just a points machine, man. You know what? This whole year is only second to Sterling for goal involvement since the start of the season. Oh, actually, since August 2018. So.
Yeah, and I mean, compared to Sterling in the last few games, actually, he would have been a better pick. So now we have to maybe even stop talking about Sterling being as a. I mean, I don't know what's happening there. Like, is it just his usual? I mean, is he like a Rooney type player that's streaky? Who knows?
Look, I also didn't include him on that list because he's played every single game this season and games for England. I mean, like full games. He's never I think he's been subbed once for England. So there's a rest coming up somewhere, somehow, and I'm not sure if it's this weekend or maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. And then one last note for Poki, I must say that the fixtures do look good for them. And they only play United, is the only, difficult team, in inverted commas now, I have to say, in Gameweek 10. So, I mean, it's got 5 good game weeks, yeah? That's a solid INE.
Yeah. Look,
Yeah,
Burnley, I think are a decent team, but they haven't kept a clean sheet in the last 4 games. And
yeah,
he scored against the best. Who's Burnley?
yeah. And it looks like Norwich don't care about defending either. So they put all their guys in the top half, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's move on to our to one to watch, and I love this pic here of Aubameyang. What's this Fresh Prince of Bel-Air style?
It's actually supposed to be a GIF where he moves around and does it, but I thought it looks pretty cool just on the still also like that. Because I mean, this is also in some decent form. Also
So brilliant
scored in
form. I
every
see no
single game so
negatives
far.
about him whatsoever.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I
I
mean,
look,
look, this guy.
Aubameyang's be a difficult guy to get into your squad because he's 11. Unless perhaps you got Kane and he's doing absolutely nothing for you. Hint.
Yeah, yeah, Kane definitely. I've got too much to say about that. Maybe what we can do, Suji, is we can do another video so we don't get this too long. Because
Okay.
I've got a few thoughts about some of the players. I mean, especially when people
No,
are
for
thinking
sure.
about wild cards now. But
Okay, no,
I
for
mean,
sure. But the text there says it all. I mean,
yeah, but I mean, like if I'm looking at Aubameyang, he's now that okay. So Lacazette's obviously gone, and I watched the highlights of their game, right? And their defense is obviously yet another defense
yeah.
completely nonsense, right? But it's the way he's finishing, and I noticed that Ozil seems to be coming into form, and people don't maybe like take that into account. Is that if you're looking at forwards, what you should really look at if you're looking at stats. Like actually, let me just bring this up. Maybe it will help a little.
Yeah, look, let me just add on to that. Ozil's many things, but a bad passer is definitely not one of them.
Yeah, but
That
he was
all
horribly
he's
off
like the
form.
De Bruyne of that team.
Sorry, repeat that.
He's the De Bruyne of that team. He will get a lot of assists when he starts.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, last season, let you have to be honest. He was clearly not interested, and the season before that, and he's been horrific. So
Yeah,
like I feel like Aubameyang in like in the previous season, he wouldn't have been a reliable captain. Because he would
yeah,
score on occasion, but I mean, Ozil wasn't there, so he wouldn't get a regular supply. Now, because Ozil's there and making that key pass, if you saw you saw the first goal he did. He basically just swings his body around, take the shot, and it's in. I always thought he's a brilliant. He can take shots, like he's very good at that. But having a look at the stats here, right? So I've just pulled up kind of like mostly, just the forwards here. Funny to note here, Abrams, I see his touches in the opposition's half and in the final third are like the lowest out of all of them. Yet he has like the most goals, or he has 7 goals, right? And he's at the bottom. So do you think he's maybe overperforming?
we'll only know in a couple of game weeks time.
Yeah. Look, I think when I watched him, his finishing's good. But what I wanted to point out was look where Aubameyang is. He's above Aguero, even though Aguero's got more points. Aubameyang's the one that's above him in terms of the touches in the last third and in the opposition's half.
Yeah,
In the box especially, he does what United players fail to do. When the pass is coming in, he makes sure he's in and around the box, right inside the box. And to me, I think I'm going to make a little bit of a prediction here, and hopefully I'm completely wrong because, that's the way I do it, is that he's going to be the top scorer in the front line.
okay.
So I think you might want to bring him in. I mean, his fixtures are brilliant. And if I'm going purely on stats, obviously Firmino is up there, but I think Firmino is nowhere near as good a shot taker as Aubameyang is.
Yeah.
And for me, Aubameyang's only problem is perhaps his inability to score against the big teams
Yeah.
that he's shown in
Oh,
the
okay.
past. But that might change. And we just have to
Okay.
watch
I
if when
still,
Lacazette comes back.
yeah, I still tip him for the next good couple of game weeks coming up.
So would you okay? If I push you, would you go as far as to say maybe you wanna captain him this week if you have him
Oh, definitely.
above Aguero even?
Yeah, because I don't want to play Pep and his roulette wheel there.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. No. Actually, you know what? I'll have to agree with that. So I can't believe this, but our recommendation this week is going to be Aubameyang as captain.
Why
Yeah.
not?
No, that's brilliant. Okay, Suj, that's it we have for this week, and hopefully we'll do a lot better. I made a few changes. Have you played your wildcard or anything?
Not yet, no. But I do plan to
Okay.
soon.
Yeah, I think I'll check when's the next international break before I decide to play a wildcard.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. Anyway, good luck managers out there and catch us next week. Hopefully you'll do better in game week 6. Cheers. Cheers, Suj.
Yes, man.